It's the quickest production car ever built, and it's not some super exotic. For the past several years, drag racing fans have had the option to purchase factory-built race cars from Chevrolet, Dodge, and Ford designed to compete in NHRA-sanctioned events. Cars like the Copo Camaro, the Cobra Jet Mustang, and the Dodge Challenger Drag Pack are full-on race cars, but they're not street legal. So Dodge elected to take it to the streets with the 2018 Dodge Challenger SRT Demon, an 840 horsepower, limited edition, factory-built hot rod. Dodge wowed the world with the release of the Demon, the very first production street-legal car that does wheelies. Demon boasts some big numbers for a production car, with 840 horsepower and 770 pound-feet of torque as the starting point, the highest horsepower V8 production engine ever. And they claim it's the quickest production quarter-mile car ever, clicking off a 965 at 140 miles an hour, with 0 to 60 times of just 2.3 seconds. A factory-installed trans brake and supplied wrinkle wall tires contribute to the car's ability to lift the front wheels on a sticky drag strip. Again, a first occurrence for a production car. The Demon tips the scale at 4,280 pounds, not exactly a factory lightweight. But what that tells you is that this car makes power for days with the 6.2-liter Hemi V8 and a 2.7-liter supercharger cramming 14 pounds of boost down its throat. They sell it as a regular production car, but make no mistake, this thing's all about racing. In fact, when you buy one, it even comes with a crate full of drag radials and skinny front tires for the track. The car comes with everything you need to be a track hero, except for maybe the ability to drive it. But that comes with the supplied one-day Bondurant driving school class, included with the purchase of a Demon. Demons landed in dealer showrooms in November of 2017, with 3,000 US and 300 Canadian cars scheduled. The last one rolled off the assembly line on May 30th, 2018, and Dodge closed the chapter on Demon as promised. They claimed a limited run, and there are no current plans to do it again. So we had some fun with this Black Demon, but somebody asked if there was a way to demonstrate the car's power against something comparable in the brothers' collection. It sounded like a fun idea to us. As you notice by watching this show, you may have picked up on that we don't have a whole lot of real estate to drive these cars. I mean, we basically shoot this stuff in a parking lot. So it was a little bit challenging to think of, what can we really do with this car? Can we really demonstrate the capabilities of a 9-second factory car in our little lot? So as we were contemplating how we were going to properly demonstrate the Demon, we noticed that it's one of those cars that is causing a lot of controversy online. Is it really the quickest production car? I mean, maybe there's a European exotic or something out there that's quicker or faster than the Dodge Demon. Well, it was at that point that some of the guys in the brothers collection said, well, we have a few exotics. Maybe we could set up a little informal, unofficial, not quite competition between the two. Maybe we do a little launch and see which one is actually king of the street. But what would you choose, So we took the opportunity to go shopping in the brothers collection amongst some of the exotics, and we found that. And that is a Bugatti Veyron. It's a European exotic hypercar, all-wheel drive, a W configuration, 16-cylinder engine, 4 turbochargers, advertised at 1,001 horsepower. The quarter-mile time is 10:14 at 134 miles an hour, something like that. So on paper, it's not as quick as the Demon when the Demon is dialed in with the trans brake and the right tires and all that kind of stuff, because these things have run 960s at 140 plus. So the parking lot is, a decent spot for shooting burnouts, but it's really not the ideal location to line 2 cars up. And we noticed that there happened to be a little fire lane out in front of the building. I mean, come on, if you had access to a Demon and a Bugatti Veyron, wouldn't you do something silly like this? And we don't recommend, illegal street racing to anybody, and this really wasn't a street race, but why not? We blocked off both ends and got the cameras and lined up that thing and this thing and decided to see what would happen. We were obviously concerned about the safety of all involved and the cars, but we were also pretty excited to see how these 2 cars would stack up. The Bugatti uses all-wheel drive on unbelievably expensive tires, rumored to cost around 25 grand for a set of 4. I mean, this thing should hook up on ice. The Demon is on more traditional drag radials, but not the wrinkle walls that come in the Demon crate. And the trans brake function doesn't activate until after the car has over 500 miles on it. And this one, well, it's got like 17. Both cars staged at the official starting crack in the fire lane, and using a traditional arm drop drag start, well, they were off. The Bugatti got the jump and never looked back. Now, we think our Demon pilot was a little sleepy off the line, so it called for round 2. The second time around, the Demon did its thing and got the whole shot on the French supercar. Take that, Mr. 4-turbo fancy pants. But the scene was getting hot, so it was time to put away the toys before they got taken away from us on hook trucks. So what did we learn? Well, part of this is skewed a little bit because the Demon's brand new, and these things need to have some miles on them before they go into full tilt mode. So right now it's not operating at its full capacity. And the Bugatti, well, it was in street mode also. We couldn't find the red key for it, so it didn't have the full 1,001 horsepower. And our track surface was, far from a track. I mean, it's literally a fire lane. So, not the ideal conditions to be racing, almost a couple $1 million worth of cars. But it made us think, the guys who manage the brothers collection, they have the keys to all these things. I mean, who knows what these guys do after hours? They might be out there right now, for all I know. Maybe we need to talk these guys into building a drag strip. Well, I bet you never expected to see one of these on Muscle Car of the Week. And I bet you Demon fans have something to say about our little matchup. Well, let your comments fly. We're happy to hear them. And don't forget to subscribe, because you never know what kind of nonsense we might come up with next time on Muscle Car of the Week from the Brothers Collection. Thanks for watching.